What's up, everybody? It's Natalie. It's Hotshot Adventures. I wanted to go over some disappointing news about the California DMV. It's always probably been backed up. DMV is not an easy place that people can get in and out of, and it's a little frustrating and all of that. We just have one of those DMVs. It's always backed up. It's hard to get an appointment, and that's on a regular basis. However, now, because of COVID, the California DMV is severely backed up. Not only in making appointments, if you have to do a driver's test, for example, or if you just have general business that is in regards to, licensing or paperwork or registration of any type, it's a little bit tough to get in and out of the California DMV. We all know that as Californians. Now, because of COVID, it's even worse. And what does that mean to us as carriers that are based out of California? Well, that means that your CA number and your MCP, which is your motor carrier permit, is going to take an extended amount of time. I'm talking 6 to 8 weeks. Now, what that means is if you are based out of California, your business is based out of California, and you want to run loads California to California, that means intrastate loads. You need a CA number, which you get from the CHP, and you need an MCP, okay, which you get from the state. To get those two things, there is a 6 to 8 week waiting period in order to get your permit and your CA number and them get activated. This also applies to carriers who are based out of state but want to run intra-California loads. So, for example, if you're based in Tennessee and you have a consistent lane. You have a lane from Tennessee to Sacramento, California, which is in Northern California. That's the capital, Sacramento. Say you have this dedicated lane that is Tennessee to Sacramento, and your dedicated lane outbound is in San Diego. Well, the miles from Sacramento to San Diego is over 500 miles. The state, obviously, you guys know, hopefully you know geographically, the state of California is very long, right? So if you are not wanting to deadhead and you're, putting the puzzle pieces together logistically to make the most amount of money that you can make, you're not going to deadhead from Sacramento down to San Diego for your pickup, for your reload, for your outbound, right? You're going to want to haul something. So until you have a CA number and an MCP number or an MCP, you cannot do that. So this applies to not only California-based companies, but companies who are based out of state that want to haul California to California loads. That means you need a CA number, you need an MCP, and it's going to take you 6 to 8 weeks in order to get that. So the good news is, whether you are based in this state or out of this state, you can still run interstate. DOT and FMCSA still has the same time frame in order to activate your DOT and your MC numbers. However, it's just the state of California that is lagging it, for a lack of kinder words that I can't find kinder words than that. The California DMV is seriously lagging it. If you want to start a transportation company right now and you want a CA number and you want to be able to run loads that are California to California, you cannot do that until you have your CA and your MCP. You can run interstate loads very quickly, right away. However, if you are, for example, starting a box truck company and all you want to run is California, you don't want to get IFTA or you don't want to do whatever, you're screwed. You have to get your commercial insurance, your commercial insurance policy for your company, for your transportation company. You have to get that. But once you get that, from that point, you can put in your application for your CA number and put in your application for your motor carrier permit. it could be up to 6 to 8 weeks until you actually get the authorization to run intrastate loads. So that kind of creates a domino effect. When we think about this, that creates a domino effect. So that means it's fine, it's okay. I mean, you can do without intrastate loads if you want to be an interstate carrier. If you only want to be an intrastate carrier in California, that means that you have to get your commercial insurance. Get down. You have to get your commercial insurance activated, because it's got to get activated. You're not going to get a CA number. You're not going to get a motor carrier permit. Would you go away? You're not going to get a motor carrier permit without valid commercial insurance. So unless and until you have valid commercial insurance, you're not going to get those things. So that means you could be paying for your insurance. If you only want to be intrastate, intra-California, you could be paying for your commercial insurance for up to 8 weeks, 2 months worth of insurance, and not be able to run any intrastate loads. That's a big deal. That is potentially make it or break it time frame for your business. If you can't start your business and then sit and pay all the bills and be ready to run, you're just waiting on a number, you're just waiting on a permit, if you can't sit and wait for 8 weeks or longer in order to get the documentation and the approval that you need from the state of California, then you could be potentially screwed. So this video is for you guys mostly that are based in California, for you guys mostly who think, oh, well, California's a really big state, I live in a good area, I'm just gonna be intrastate, so I don't have to do apportion plates, so I don't have to do IFTA, so I don't have to do whatever. Think again. Get your interstate authority. If you are looking to start a transportation business in the state of California right now, you might want to consider getting your interstate authority, because that's the only way you're going to be able to start and run loads almost immediately. And in the meantime, you can wait the 6 or 8 weeks in order to run the intrastate loads. So COVID has really affected several different aspects of our industry, and that's just one of them. I wanted to throw it out there so nobody is surprised. I mean, you go through all of these steps, all of these ducks, and you got all your ducks in a row, and you paid all your fees, and you've done all this stuff, and you got your equipment and your securement, and you've been watching all these videos and educating yourself, and that's all great. But I don't want you guys to get hung up when you're almost done and realize, oh my gosh, I set myself up as an intrastate carrier, and now I have to sit for the next 6 to 8 weeks. Get your interstate authority, get your apportion plates. If it costs you a little bit more off the bat, then that's what it costs you. But it will cost you less in the long run to do it like that rather than sitting. It doesn't make any sense. So I wanted to throw this out there. COVID has affected many different facets of our industry, and I'm very grateful that the loads are around, the money is out there. We can still, from what I've seen anyways, and from what others that I am watching work and I'm talking to them as they run their Hotshot businesses, the business is out there, the loads are out there, the money's out there to be made, definitely out there to be made from what the other guys that I'm mentoring are talking. So I'm very grateful for that. But again, we are all interstate carriers. We don't rely only on California to California loads. I do run California to California loads. I'm going to be running loads from SoCal up to NorCal this week. It's Monday, and coming back down. And I have the opportunity to do that because I have my CA and my MCP numbers already, but I got them before COVID hit. So now with COVID, we have to deal with all these different issues, and I just want to make sure, shed some light on that, let you guys know, run interstate for a while, pay a little bit more, but you can run now, and you can run quickly, rather than sitting and waiting for that CA number. So I hope everybody's good. Take care. I'll see you out on the road. Deuces!